gentlemen, we are.
Want to start us off?
What's up, guys? This is Titan Lifestyle. I'm Big Dru. Friday, 2 p.m., so you know what time it is. Got John on the line as well. We have great topics, and we have a big event tomorrow that I'm excited about. So let's get right into it.
Oh, yeah. Every week, we like to start off with the therapy of the week, and, of course, it's a fantastic Friday. It's a little cooler out here in Tampa, which we're liking right now, getting to wear our jumpsuits. I know Drew's on the same page with me there.
Yeah.
So it's going to be good. We got an event tomorrow. We'll talk about that after we're done with our topics of the day. I think we got some really good ones for you guys, some entertaining ones out there too.
Oh, yeah.
But before we jump into those topics, let's talk about the therapy of the week. Therapy of the week is Nectar of the Gods. Now, this is one of our signature titanmedical vitamin, amino acid, and antioxidant injectable therapies. It's great for a number of different things out there, but we know that cold season, flu season, and all the other variants are coming at us this fall, and we're really close to fall. So we're in fall, basically. At this point, we want to make sure that we're protected all the way through and through. And, a lot of people try to take different things out there, whether it's, airborne or probiotics or a large amount of vitamin C or zinc or whatever it may be to try to keep their immune system fortified and supported. But there's other things that you want to mix in there too as well that are really going to help you guys as far as helping the immune system be secure, supported, and give you the best fighting chance to fight off some of these different things that are out there. With Nectar of the Gods, you're getting a big value as far as what you're getting in it. So you got glutamine for recovery, which is awesome. If you work out or you're doing anything out there strenuous, it's going to help you recover. The big things in there, arginine for blood flow, vasodilation. So all the way around the body, you're going to get great blood flow. It's awesome. But the big ones in there, glutathione, lysine. So glutathione's an antioxidant, super antioxidant. It's a mother of antioxidants. And basically, this is going to help with liver protection, one, which is awesome. It's a great benefit. But it's also going to help boost your immune function. And that's key, right? Especially being out there. If you work long hours, strenuous hours, you don't get a lot of sleep. This is breaking down your immune system too. Any strenuous activity you guys are doing out there is doing damage to your immune system. So you want to build that thing back up. So lysine's another one. Great for the immune system. Also great for HSV1 and HSV2. If you guys don't know what that is, it's herpes 1 and herpes 2. I know it's not that fun of a thing to talk about, but there are a lot of people that are affected by HSV1 and HSV2. So it's something to add in there. NAC, another one great for liver support. Proline, collagen-based amino acid. You've got L-carnitine in there too as well. And taurine for brain function and cramping. So a lot of bang for the buck, man. I use this one, especially during this time of season. I get a lot of different things because I like to take glutathione. That's a great one as far as recovery. It's a great one as far as your immune system support. And I'm around a lot of people all the time. So at that point, I got to keep my immune system up to par. Even with the kids, right? If you have kids, they're going to school, and at that point, they're coming home with all these, germs or bacteria or whatever it is that they're catching at school because they don't have the choice not to sit 6 feet away from somebody or not be in areas where other kids are in, right? And some of these kids are going to school sick. I mean, parents got to work. I understand that. But some of these guys, they send their kids to school sick still, and this gets a lot of the other kids sick, which they bring home to you. If you're a parent, I think you know how that is. I definitely went through that myself. So
yeah, and when I was a kid, I don't ever remember washing my hands unless I was told to.
Right.
So depending on how old the kids are, if they're even younger, like first, second, third grade, those kids are wiping their nose, shaking hands, playing with stuff on the ground, not even paying attention. So the washing of the hands is huge too. This time of year is big for me because I always get even if it's not really a sickness, I get the stuffy nose and the weather change and all that stuff. So I'll help a lot this time of year too because that cold weather is nice. But when the cold weather changes, I realize that it doesn't have to be that much of a change to catch a cold.
Right.
10 degrees difference, you'll catch a cold, especially here in Florida. We're used to a specific temperature. So as soon as it drops to 50, 60, we may go outside like, oh, it's kind of cool. It feels nice outside. Next thing you know, you have a stuffy nose.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
It is true that temperature change can affect you, especially as Floridians. Like you said, we're used to hot weather most of the time. And it was pretty much hot, I think, the last couple of days. And the last couple of days, it dropped on us here. So it's a nice thing we get to wear our warm jumpsuits. But, we definitely want to keep our bodies as fortified as possible, especially our immune support. And, we've got all these different events that we're going to too, Drew, right?
Yeah,
so, we got to make sure that we're Tip top strong, man. Think about how many hands we shake, how many pictures we take, and all the other stuff out there, right?
Yeah.
People get into our close quarters, our bubble per se, and that's cool and everything, but we got to make sure that we're protecting ourselves too as well as much as possible. And this is one that can do it. I don't know how many even medical professionals have used this over the last couple of years, especially because of the different things that had to go on in hospitals and the 19 and everything that was going on out there. And they had to work. They had to be by people that were sick. So this was a game changer for a lot of different medical professionals out there, from nurses to medical assistants to even doctors as well that were using this that are patients. So, I mean, at that point, it's a really, really good one to use. It has a lot of different things, like I said, mixed into it as far as different benefits for different things. And it's real simple and easy to get a hold of. So if you guys are interested in Nectar of the Gods or want to know more information about it, you guys can always call or text the office, 727-389-3220. The medical staff will be happy to go over this therapy and any other therapies or any questions you may have. All you have to do is fill out the new patient paperwork. We'll schedule you for a visit with our medical provider, and then you're going to be good to go. There's no blood test that's required with this one either. So it's real simple and easy to do. You can self-administer at home, not a problem, and be good to go. So if you guys are interested in this or any other services, from hormone replacement therapy, medical weight loss, vitamin amino acid injectable therapies, rejuvenation detox, libido enhancers, peptide therapy, blood work nationwide, anything we have to offer, we can service you guys. Just call or text us.
One-stop shop. With a one-stop
That's right.
shop.
That's right.
You know, it's pretty. You know what I was just realizing? I'm seeing now that we're spoiled in Florida when the forecast is 75 and sunny, and we're complaining that it's cold.
Right.
Because this morning was maybe 55, so we bundle up, but we stay bundled up. But I'm looking at the weather right now. It's 75 and sunny, so it's bad down here, cold, but compared to everyone else, this is like paradise weather right now.
Yep. For sure. People named Hunter said, "Can you use Nectar of the Gods as a pre-workout?" So yeah, you could for sure, 100%.
I would also. I don't mean to cut you up, but I would also say as a post-workout as well. But with the glutamine,
sure.
A lot of guys are taking glutamine like multiple times throughout the day. Well, if you take it, they have to do that because it's orally. Where with this, you'd only have to do it once a day to get the same effects as taking those powders all day long. It doesn't taste like baking soda like glutamine tastes either. So it's,
true.
Yeah.
So true. So I mean, yeah, it's good. I mean, it's really comparable to Hercules Potion. I'll be honest with you guys. The most of the formulation is the same to a degree, except, with Hercules Potion, you have glutamine, arginine in it. It also has ornithine, right, and L-citrulline. So we switched out the L-citrulline, right, and the ornithine, so the anti-fatiguing amino acid and the blood pumping amino acid, L-citrulline, as far as vasodilation and blood flow. We took those out. We replaced that with glutathione. So it's got all the rest of the components of Hercules Potion in it. So it's going to be great for recovery, like Drew said with the glutamine. You take it pre or post. The arginine is going to still create vasodilation and blood flow, so it's going to be good for that. And then, the collagen-based amino acid, proline, taurine, L-carnitine, NAC, all these are in Hercules Potion. They're going to be great for your workout. So, yes, you can use it as a pre-workout or post-workout too as well.
We got a couple comments on here. One guy says, "Is that Kimbo Slice?" No, I'm not Kimbo Slice. Listen, I was at CVS yesterday, and some kid came up. He's like, "Oh man," he was all excited. He really thought I was Kimbo Slice. I was like, "R.I.P. Kimbo Slice isn't here anymore. He passed away." He's like, "Oh, I feel bad." Kind of a younger kid, but it's crazy. I'm still getting this Kimbo Slice stuff, even years after he's passed away. The next one says, "Are you guys still shipping Hercules Potion?" Of course, of course, we're still shipping Hercules Potion. That's the number one. My number one go-to for a pre-workout or post-workout or pump or whatever. So we're definitely still shipping Hercules.
For sure. Yeah. That's funny that you say that, Drew, because, all right, so Titanmedical Center has ads on social media. Maybe you guys have seen them, maybe you guys haven't. But there's an ad of Drew, right? And he's looking all jacked up. And at that point, people write on that all the time, Drew. It's funny. They're like, "That ain't cool using Kimbo's image." I think I tagged you on one of them. Like, that's not Kimbo, that's Big Dru. We do get it all the time. It is funny. But, rest in peace, Kimbo Slice. Yeah. But Drew does look like Kimbo.
Yeah, I didn't realize it at first, but I think it's meant like the beard, the bald head, but I think it's mainly like his shoulders and traps and the way he walks around, I guess.
Yeah.
But hey, if anybody out there want to do a remake of Kimbo Slice movie,
that's right.
Sign me up.
If you guys are looking to do a biography on Kimbo Slice, you found the main actor for it, for sure.
I'm right here in Florida. I'm right here in Florida, so let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's do it. You know, speaking of Halloween's coming up here in about a week and a half, it'd be an easy costume for you if you really want to pull it off.
Yeah, I could let the hair, because Kimbo didn't care. He didn't even shave his head half. He had like the Homer Simpson shadow, which I have if I don't shave my head. So I might have to just grow it out just for that. With the, maybe. Yeah. Oh, actually, get some gold teeth.
Yeah.
That might work. Yeah.
That'd be easy. It'd be easy. Easy.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get into the next topic, Drew. So the next topic of the day is going to be, what are we going to talk about next? Which one do you want to talk about first?
Let's go with Dallas man arrested for allegedly murdering woman who beat him at a basketball game. I saw this, but I didn't really read the article.
All right.
Is this real?
I mean, this is definitely real, 100%. And, it's pretty sad because, the guy is 31 years old, right? This girl's 21 years old. And the thing about it was they were actually friends. This girl he'd come pick her up from the house, right? When he was in jail, he's been in jail a couple times, I guess. She sent him money in jail, like all these different things. And this all stemmed from a pickup game, right? And she beat him in a pickup game. I guess there was some trash talking going back and forth. This happened in Dallas, Texas, by the way. And at that point, like a couple days later, whatever, he goes and he finds her, and then they have a heated argument. He pulls out a handgun and he shoots her, dead.
Wow.
Over what? A basketball game and some words, right? I mean, it's not like she stole from him, put him in jail, like anything like that, right? That would still not warrant him killing her. But at that point, for him to do this, like, why? Like, you're going to go serve jail time and you're going to, kill one of your friends or somebody that was there for you and support you a little bit. For what? It's just really, really crazy how this went down. It shows what a crazy world we live in too, right?
I mean, it's happened before, even got man versus man, woman versus woman. It's happened before where there's been a shooting at a basketball court because somebody was talking, but I mean, I can't. This is crazy. Like this is crazy. Yeah,
it's crazy. I mean,
nuts.
For a guy to do it to a girl too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, it's crazy. I wonder if there was anything else going on between those two. If there was anything going on, like I don't know, like were they dating or were they, or they like, because that sounds like a love turn to hate type thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you get balled out in front of some people, I guess in front, by a girl. At that point. There might be some people ragging on you on the streets, I guess, a little bit. But, I mean, you got to pull that off, though. It's not. I mean, I think we've all been embarrassed one way or the other from somebody or something out there. Yeah. And you got to suck it up a little bit, but it is what it is. That's life, man, right? So
all you gotta do is run it back. All you gotta do is run it back, and then you beat her. Then
that's what I'm saying.
She beats you. Okay, let's go best out of 3. Beat her the next 2 times, and then you got your ego back.
Right.
But then again, you go 2 more times, she beat you 3 in a row. Then
this
girl must have been good. So that sucks because I mean, men versus women. It's not. Sometimes it's not. Most of the time, it's not an fair advantage.
Right.
So it sucks because she was probably actually a good basketball player. Could have played overseas or college. I don't know how old she was.
21.
I mean, she's 21, yeah. Man. So, I mean, she could play somewhere. She could play junior college, community college, or something if she's that good. It just sucks that another life is lost,
Right. Crazy. Over nothing, right?
Nothing, yeah.
This is something that should have never happened and obviously did. And at that point, it's a sad tragedy. Yeah. So it should be a lesson learned for all of us out there. Like, hey, listen,
it's not worth it.
It's not worth it, man. It just isn't worth it. And like, if you're out there and like, because listen, I see how these kids are nowadays because Peter plays and all that. Trash talking has always been on the court. I don't care. It's been playgrounds, NBA. Yeah. I mean, kids. It's natural, right? It's just a natural type of thing where, like any other sport, maybe football, it's still allowed, right? But like baseball, you don't see like guys like trash talking. Like it's just crazy. It's just a little bit different, right?
Yeah. The only thing I see in baseball is maybe like the umps or people going at the like the coaches.
Yeah.
The coaches are the ones that put it in their hands. What I've seen in baseball, like Major League,
right? Like
the players are pretty much structured and everything. If the coach gets pissed off, he may get out there and get up in front of the ref's face, but or the ump's face. But that's like the coach, It's like it's like part of like him debating the call or whatever it is. But yeah, it's I don't like the way kids now, they're just so like, they almost all of them have like a Deion Sanders attitude. You know, all of them. Doesn't matter if you're terrible or you're great. They all have that swagger. There's so many celebrations now. Celebrating after you score a touchdown or after you hit a home run, or it's becoming so that everyone has their own little dance and all. It used to be back when I was a kid. The only people that did that was like the top NBA players, and not even all NBA players, like the All Stars used to have their own little, like if they put out the guns, like they just shot a Reggie Miller or so. Certain people had stuff they used to do. Now it's like a kid at the playground that couldn't even make the junior varsity team as a senior in high school. He's crossing up and doing the shake and doing all these. I'm like, come on, man, play the game. Like,
it's true. It's true, man. I mean, it's definitely a distraction to a little bit, I think. And I don't know. These kids all got big heads and they think that they're all NBA players or
it's nuts.
Professional football or basketball player, whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
They gotta be humble a little bit about it. I mean, it's cool to celebrate here or there, but like you said, only the top guys in the leagues would do this. And it would be in like high pressure situations per se, right? It's not every play that they're doing this or whatever.
Yeah, people. I see these kids nowadays. They hit 1-3 and they do the Jordan shrug. Like, what?
Right.
This man has 6 championships doing this and playing sick and all this stuff, and he earned that.
Right.
Jordan wasn't even doing stuff like that in college. Jordan he talked a lot of trash, but he didn't have his own little dances and being all extra. He didn't even do that. Like in college, he had to build that up first. Like, I don't know.
It's true, man. It's definitely true. So if you guys got kids out there, teach them to be humbled on the court.
Yeah.
Right? Let their actions speak, it speaks louder than words. So let their actions speak for themselves. Go out there, kill it in the game, 20 points, whatever it is. And more humble players, man, I think that's more respected. Like, it's okay to celebrate here or there, right? If it's a really heated match between two teams, nemesis and stuff like that, maybe at the end, or you score a winning touchdown.
Yeah, if you score the winning home run in the state championship, then you could run around and jump and all that. Yeah. But not if you just make it to first base. It's it's the first game of the season.
Right.
Another thing is like with the kids, like you said, they're I don't know. It's becoming so common. It's almost like a social media thing where kids that grow up now in social media that don't know otherwise. Yeah. It's kind of the same with sports. Like they think that's part of the game. They think that celebrating after they score every point or is part of the game. So it's getting crazy. I don't know.
Getting out of control.
Yeah.
Getting out of control.
Too much celebrate. You got to earn it first.
You got to earn it.
Rappers too. Rappers, like these guys come out with an album. Next thing you know, they're on the music awards, and they're getting who is this guy? He put out a YouTube video 8 months ago, and all of a sudden, back in the day, these guys used to have to battle on the streets and go up in the studio and pass out mixtapes and do all that and work, and then now now it's just like social media. I'm gonna start rapping next week, and then next thing you know, he's the top in the game now. It's like, whoa,
it's crazy.
Yeah,
it's definitely crazy.
Instant gratification.
That's all people are looking for these days. Instant gratification. What can you do for me now? What can I do right this second? It's nuts.
What they can do is call 727-389-3220, and we can give you real instant gratification.
Through that.
With real results.
Through that.
Yeah.
Especially with Hercules Potion, man. You get some good instant gratification from that.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get to the next one. Marijuana is coming to Circle K gas stations in Florida.
Yes, when I first saw it, I thought it was like kind of like like the whole Delta and the fake CBD and whatever all that stuff is. I thought it was that, but after I was reading the article and there's so many different articles on it, they are bringing actual marijuana to Circle K gas stations. They're going to treat it as if you buy alcohol, where if you look like you're underage, or I'm not sure how they judge the age or what someone looks like, but basically you show your ID to prove that you're old enough to drink alcohol. So now at these Circle K gas stations, they'll have marijuana. You show your medical marijuana card, and then now you could purchase marijuana there. They're going to have real marijuana. It's not just like half tobacco, half marijuana. It's not just candies or this and that. But I mean, they're having edibles. They're having flour. They're having vapes. Yep. So they're pretty much getting everything that they would have at a dispensary. I mean, maybe not that much of a wide variety, but the general things you'd have at a dispensary. What's good about this, it's going to cut out the people having to go to the dispensaries, people having to wait. People can actually just go to the store, like someone will buy a pack of cigarettes or buy a loaf of bread from the grocery store. They can just go to the Circle K, show their card, and get their marijuana. So
Yeah, so I read about this. So it's a major medical marijuana company that has a license, right? And they work to deal with Circle K to buy or lease space inside these Circle Ks.
Yeah.
So it's like a little
It's like
dispensary
a
leasing
kiosk
this,
inside the
yeah, a little
like
kiosk
how they
type
do the
situation.
subways and stuff at gas stations.
Yep,
Similar,
just like that.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's going to be interesting. I know they're going to be doing a lot of different locations in Florida too. So, you know, is this something that's going to be coming soon, very, very shortly, everywhere, right? I mean, this is obviously a really big topic out there. Marijuana is federally illegal still, so you know, unless you live in a state where it's medically regulated or recreational in some different states out there, you know, federal government needs to, you know, I think they need to take down the scheduling from Schedule 1 because Schedule 1 are drugs that have no medical use whatsoever.
Yeah.
And I think this needs to come down. There's a couple other ones I think need to come down too. But you know, it's interesting. You know, when are we gonna you know, cut the ban on marijuana? Or when's that gonna end? I mean, you know, it's not out there. It should already been done to a certain extent. I mean, there's certain people out there that do benefit from medical marijuana. And I'm not saying it's good or bad. You know, that's totally on the person. But at that point, like, you know, maybe we should look into this for people for alternative medicine treatments too as well.
Yeah, or even people treating for other things, because one of the next topics is
Yep. Four
out of five patients drop or reduce opiates after using medical marijuana. So
yep.
Similar. I mean, it's not just to get high. It's not just to be cool. It's not just because you see someone do it in a video and you want to be cool blowing smoke out of your mouth. You don't. It doesn't have to be an inhale. It doesn't have to be smoke. It could be edible. It could be oil. There's so many different ways you could do it. But 4 out of 5 people. They did a survey, 2,183 people that they did the survey on. And it helped with pain, helped with anxiety, it helped with a lot of things. So not only did it not want them to do as much opiates, it actually was solving the problem that they were using the opiates for in the first place.
Yep. So, and that was a big thing, man. The last, let's say, 10, 15 years, we've had an opiate epidemic that's been out of control. I know Drew has worked in a place where, you know, he's seen it firsthand years ago. If you lived in Florida, I mean, you've seen it firsthand. And other places too that were really, really bad as far as opiate use. Oxycodone, Roxycodone, Oxycontin, all these different things that were slanged by big pharmaceutical companies and, you know, told doctors to write it. And if you actually see some of the, sorry guys, I got the landscapers in the back over here. So if you actually, you know, see what pharmaceutical companies were doing with the education they were giving doctors, they were actually telling doctors that these opiates like Oxycontin, Oxycodone were actually, they weren't going to addict patients. And that you could give them these amounts of drugs without getting them addicted to these medications. And that's what was going on. And doctors were writing these scripts, and there was a lot of scripts being written out. And what happened? We had a huge amount of our adult population and younger up and growing adults getting addicted to opiates. And at that point, what was that doing? That was obviously creating a downward spiral in their lives. So many people I know have been affected by this, even me personally, right? So I've had 2 family members that are still addicted to opiates. I don't mind. I got one cousin that takes literally, I'm not joking around, guys. He takes before it was 10 Vicodins to get out of bed just to start the day.
Oh, wow.
And then he put on one of the patches, right? One of the morphine patches. And then it would be something else and something else, and just to get him through his whole day. I don't even know how he's still alive, but he is. I've got another aunt, same way, dude. You got a hook to opiates and still taking opiates to this day. So obviously, medical marijuana has helped a lot of people get off opiates or even cut down the use of opiates because of, relieving the pain, the anxiety, or whatever else is going on with them. Yeah. So, I think that's a big one.
Yeah, I know for me that one of the worst pains I've ever had is tooth pain. Like people, it was because I've had bad teeth. Like really, I mean, it was on the floor, rocking back and forth for hours at a time, like head pounding, and the only thing that I could really use that would help would be marijuana. Like the only thing that actually solved it, the only thing that helped it was because otherwise it was just. I mean, I'm not gonna sit there and take Advil all day long. I'm not gonna take a painkiller all day long. I don't like pain. I feel like there's so many different ways other than the pop pills.
Oh yeah.
So just imagine. I mean, it's just I don't know. Like I feel like it helps so much, like so much.
It does.
I'm interested to see if crime's going to go down, if addiction's going to go down, if all this stuff's going to go down once medical marijuana. And we're all talking only about medical marijuana here. We're not talking about call your friend at down the street and he has no. We're talking about if you have a medical card, you go to a dispensary, you get it legally. This also too, when you get it from a dispensary, they can't just. It's not just like some guy off the street where you don't know how many hands it's touched. Yeah. You know, I mean, if you get marijuana off the street, first of all, it's illegal. You can't. You go to jail for that. Right. Let alone it's touching all these different hands before it gets to you. And it's not examined. And sometimes they'll spray it with other stuff that will mess you up. So nowadays, with all this, you hear about this drug fentanyl, which is killing millions of people, and thousands of people, and they're finding it everywhere. What's going to happen when that little bit of that gets put into the marijuana as well? So at the dispensaries, it has to be put underneath the microscope. It has to be checked for mold. Has to be lab everything. Tested. So we're only talking about medical marijuana. We're not talking about, you know, the guy that gets it from the guy down the street or this and that. Like we're talking about the legal way. And then, again, there's not. You don't just have to smoke it. You can take it. You can take it orally. There's candies. There's gummies. There's even vapes. I'd rather go with an all natural way. But, you know, it could definitely help. I want to see a lot more people actually, because people that are anti-marijuana, they just have it so set in their mind, I'm anti-marijuana, that they don't want to listen to the benefits. They don't want to listen to anything else. So if those people can actually just sit down and actually take the time or try to prove people wrong, do your research and read about all the bad stuff it can do and the good stuff it can do. So
you know, there's a big thing out there. So that was more the older crowd. I think the younger crowd or the younger generation, now it's us, right? We're in our 40s, so we're that generation.
We are the OGs.
You know, we're starting to be the OGs now, right? But, you know, those people that were older than us, you know, they were just raised in that type of mentality, right? Marijuana is bad for you. It's a gateway drug, like all these things. But, you know, some of those people are getting older now, right? 70s, 80-year-old, right? And now these people are having big health complications, whether it's cancer or something else that's hurting their body or their health. And they're having to resort to use medical marijuana. And then after they use it, they're like, oh, this isn't so bad. This is actually helping me in what I need in my medical treatment. So it's an eye-opener for them. So I think a lot more people are starting to come around to that idea that, hey, listen, this is not all bad. Obviously, this needs to be regulated. You know, when we regulate things like that, like medical marijuana, I mean, we've got different states out there. They're doing recreational marijuana. And you can just see the taxes that they're bringing in for their state. I mean, a lot of money is coming in. Like specifically Colorado is my main example. Where they're giving money back, you know, and they have enough money for people on the streets and stuff like that to like feed them, put them up. I mean, you know, when we're starting to do something like that, we're starting to help our Americans out there too, as long with the tax money that's coming in. And, you know, I think that's just another benefit that we should be looking at. I know it shouldn't be an all money thing, but it definitely will help out with the money coming in as far as from taxes. So, you know, I mean, I see a lot of benefits to it, especially if it's going to cut down people taking opiates. You don't see people that are taking or smoking marijuana going out and doing violent crimes, stealing from their families, prostituting and selling themselves. Okay, I don't know how many people I've known or know of that have had to resort to something like that because they've been hooked to opiates and they can't pay for them. And then when the opiate shortage happened, so everybody was getting Oxycontins, Roxycodone, all these different things. And then they decided they were going to try to cut back on things, and there was a shortage.
So they just go straight to the streets and get the heroin.
They went right to the streets and get the heroin. And they're like, you know what? Heroin's cheaper, right? You know, I'll just do this. And now, you know, they're injecting heroin or whatever it may be at that point. So, you know, this has got to be better. It's got to be a better way for sure. All right. So let's talk about the next one here.
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk, my man Elon, Tesla, right? So, you know, a couple months ago, he said he was going to purchase Twitter for an amount of money, and there was a contract deal in place, and at that point, it looks like it's going to go through. So, you know, Elon has been looking at the platform and basically said when he takes over, if he does take it over, that he's going to cut probably about 75% of the staff.
Whoa.
It's big, right? But there was court documents because he was, you know, they were basically saying that if he does this, you know, the infrastructure is going to break down. There's people's accounts and information is not going to be as secure as it used to be. But here's the other thing about that. There was, you know, obviously some more information that was published after that that said that even if Elon Musk didn't take over Twitter, that Twitter was going to originally get rid of, I think it was like 2,000 people or something like that. So it's not as much, right? But Elon Musk's point was that, hey, listen, if we have these low-producing employees, they're not really valuable to us, then why do we have them a part of the organization? I can definitely see that. You know, when Elon Musk takes over Twitter, I told Art this the other day, I said, listen, if he does take over Twitter, Twitter is going to explode. It's going to change everything.
Yeah, everything he takes over explodes.
It's going to.
It's going to get big, yeah.
You know, it's going to have more advancements, I think, in technology and more advancements what you're going to be able to do on Twitter. Plus, he's going to be a bigger advocate of free speech. So it's not just going to be one way. It's not going to be like a left side, a right side, or all the politics and all the garbage that comes with it, where it's going to be a freer thing, a freer platform for people to be able to speak and talk about things, which I think Facebook was at one point in time. And then now it's turned into what it is now. You know, it's super censored in every way, shape, or form. I mean, I don't know. You gotta be on your P's and Q's about what you post, because you might break or violate community standards.
Yeah.
You know, and then you get penalized for that. It's like, you know, everybody's got into the social media platform. I remember when Facebook first came out, it was just colleges, and I was originally down in one of the colleges that was using it. And then when I got to Florida and I started doing like stuff with the clubs and stuff like that here, it was still like, Facebook's not real, right? It's just something that you go on and play with online. But it wasn't taken so serious. Now it's like, if you write something on there, that can be held up in a court of law, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. Getting there, and even with music now too. Now with music, I'm not sure what state or what law, but now they're saying that. Like a lot of these rappers say what they do in their rhymes. Now that could be used
against them in court of law.
It was actually in like it just got released somewhere. Like it's now they could be.
Yep.
Because what they used to do is just say, "Oh, that's just entertainment." You know, it's kind of like an action movie where a whole bunch of people getting shot and killed doesn't really happen.
Right.
So what they were saying is, "Oh, it's just entertainment," and then other people are like, if it's just entertainment, then you're fake. You're not a gangster like you say you are.
Right.
So now they're like, oh no, I am. And then now they're just like clout chasing, where they don't care if they go to jail as long as they have 1 million followers.
Yeah, I guess it gives them more credibility to go to jail real quick for a little stint.
Yeah, there's no Twitter in jail though. I mean, I'm sure people sneak cell phones in, but
yes,
you're not gonna be able to sit there. You're not even gonna be able to see how many likes and views your video has. So
definitely not. You know, I mean, it's crazy you bring that up, because I mean, you remember before when Eminem first came out, his first couple albums. Like, he was talking about how he was going to kill senators and stuff like that. And they actually tried to bring him up on charges for this. And he got off on the free speech, this is art, and all that. But now, like you said, like, you know, some of these rappers are going to jail for what they're putting in their rhymes and their verses. Yeah. One, they might have committed that crime, or two, they have knowledge of that crime, and the police are bringing them in and basically charging them. Yeah. So, you know, you got to watch what you say in all aspects, all platforms, and any social media, even out in public. Everybody has cell phones. Yeah. And everybody gets a video. I don't care what happens. I mean, it is crazy. Some of the videos you see they get taken because they're like in crazy situations. And like, usually when I'm in a crazy situation, I'm not thinking the first thing is to pull out my cell phone and video. Yeah. I'm like trying to handle the situation, trying to get out of the way of whatever's going on, and then maybe try to grab it and see if I need it. But other than that, man, it's crazy out there. Everybody pull out their phones and they got you on video, and then you're stuck like Chuck because that video is never going away. As soon as they post it, it'll be out there forever. Somebody can download it, have it, repost it, and the whole nine. So I'm interested to see how this platform really turns around. I think it's gonna be a benefit for us at Titan for sure, 100%. I think the platform is gonna be improved dramatically. So I think it'll be good.
Yeah, I think it'll be good as well. One thing I don't like about Facebook, in terms of Facebook and Instagram, there's certain things you can do on Facebook that you can't do on Instagram, or vice versa. They should just open it up. Like on Instagram, on your story, you could put music all day long. That's fine. Right. You could even put music on your post, as long as you put a disclaimer about your own rights. But with Facebook, it's like, nope. Like, it's certain things. It's just, I don't understand the difference why you could do it on one but not the other. I think they should have a law or a rule where you could do it on all social media platforms.
I agree.
As long as you're giving credit to the artist or the author or whoever it is, if you're going on there writing quotes every day that aren't yours to try to gain followers, I could see how you get in trouble for that. But if it's a screenshot with whoever wrote the quote in the screenshot, then certain things I just feel like they should make it the same all across.
I agree.
The board. Because
Especially with
I'm on
Facebook and Instagram.
Instagram most of the time before I'm on Facebook. That's just how it is nowadays. I mean, especially with I'm not a younger crowd, but with the younger crowd, they don't even use Facebook. Like Facebook, what's that? Like you talk to 20-year-olds, they're like Facebook. They don't even have a Facebook, so it's like it's different. I want to know if there's going to be a new social media thing like Facebook or Twitter or Instagram, like a new one that's going to be like even better. Or I'm interested because we've been sitting on Instagram and Facebook for a while.
Yeah, I mean TikTok is upcoming. All the other kids are on TikTok.
Yeah,
I mean that's the big that's the newest platform that's really like out there, doing a lot of things as far as that goes. It has a ton of users. I know that Mark Zuckerberg's, basically when he came out, they were talking to him like, he basically said that Facebook didn't realize what the user experience should be at this point, missed out on it, and TikTok took full advantage of it. And that's kind of one people that he's really worried about because Facebook owns Instagram. So at that point, like those two platforms should be on the same level all the way through, for sure. And then Kanye West just bought, or he's going to supposedly buy Parler. Parler was a platform that was made by conservatives, when Trump was still in office and stuff like that. I know it had, a lot of extremists on it and so whatever. But, he got kicked off Twitter and he got kicked off Instagram and Facebook. For he was talking about, how his designs got stolen, like all this stuff. He was posting text messages of him and Diddy going back and forth. Like,
yeah, that was entertaining. It was like a battle. I was like waiting to see who's going to say what next.
So, to see him, take over a platform, maybe he might turn that platform around 1,000,000%. Might turn to something totally different than what it is. So, obviously there's going to be new platforms that are going to come out for sure, 100%. Especially with all the stuff that's going on these days. I mean, people want change. They want new stuff. They want instant gratification. Yep. They're definitely gonna develop something in the future. I just don't know what it is. It might be a whole like VR, AR, social media platform where you have to have glasses and you can interact with people all around the world, just like that, and be in somewhere in a world and interacting with them. So it's gonna be crazy what's coming in the future. Technology is advancing faster than ever. So we will see what happens.
Yeah, it's always crazy when you see people in other countries where there's like they live in like a hut and they're walking around barefoot, but then they have an iPhone making TikTok videos.
Right.
So nowadays it's like when I was a kid, like I always wondered what it would be like in other countries, but there was no YouTube. There was no way to explore it. I mean, I'd grab a National Geographic and look through it and be like, oh, this is what it looks like over here. But I mean, what's National Geographic anymore? People don't even know what that is anymore. So
I know.
Now you could explore the whole world from the palm of your phone, palm of your hand in your phone. And I think it's going to get to a point where you have to have a phone, where they're going to make it legally you have to own a phone, and all your ID, your social security number, all that's going to be in there, your license, your job license, your state licenses, your degrees, your diplomas, whatever, it's all going to be in your phone. It's going to be a mandatory thing. I feel like that's going to happen sooner than later, where everything's on. There's going to be no physical paper anymore.
Yep.
There's going to be no physical IDs or physical anything. Even books, kids at school now. I mean, these kids, all they have to have is an iPad, or like, or they don't even have to have books anymore. Like, I remember when I was a kid,
iPad.
When I was a kid, I remember covering my books with the brown paper bags or the book covers. Remember book covers and covering the books?
God, yeah.
And then like having like a huge backpack with like I got science, math, all these books and big thick 3-ring binders and stuff. Yeah. Everything's in their phone. Like nowadays, I see kids doing all their homework and stuff literally from their phone. They don't even have to use a tablet. Like they're so used to using a phone their whole life that on the keys is different to them. So they just grab it. They can write the paper. They can research articles. They can study for tests. Everything from their phone. So it's like it's spoiled. I love it. I love it though.
It's a lot better than carrying 7 or 8 books with you too in your backpack for sure. Right?
3-inch. I used to always get the 3-inch 3-ring binders. It was like a competition in school. Who has the biggest? Like if you stack with paper, there'll be nothing in there, but just you want to have the thick one, like. Trapper Keepers, remember Trapper Keepers?
Trapper Keepers, I was just gonna bring that up. Yeah. Classic, bro, classic. Whether it's your sport design on it, whatever it was. Yeah, that was the fly stuff. That was the accessory you had to have for sure.
That was as classic as the laser background. Remember when you get school pictures?
I do.
They have bookshelf or laser. Like bookshelf was always the cheapest one. Laser was like, laser. Everyone wants laser.
It's true too. It's true. Some of the good stuff, man. Now for school pictures, it's funny. I just got Peter's back, and they send you like, what the picture looks like, and then they ask you, hey, do you want to upgrade the background? And they have like 20 or 30 different backgrounds now you can pick from.
Bro, that's even better.
It's just crazy. Like blue, outside, on the beach. You can just pick wherever the background is.
Then we had like 4.
I know.
Like laser
it's
bookshelf, and then like some other weird ones where it was like foliage in the background or something. It was like the most random stuff. Yeah.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff. All right, guys. So listen, tomorrow, event-wise, we've got Hurricane Pro at the Coliseum in St. Petersburg, Florida. Yeah. That's going to be an all-day event going on. Titan Medical Center will be there in full force. Me, Big Dru, Sharice, the crew will be there, capturing video, giving out giveaways, T-shirts, bags, tank tops, talking with you guys, answering your guys' questions, and just having a great time there. It's going to be awesome. Big shout out to Tim Gardner Productions. Yeah. After that, 11/6, which is like, 2 weeks, we go down to Orlando, Florida for Festival of Speed at the Ritz-Carlton, Orlando. Bringing the Titan fleet down there, all the beautiful rides, sitting there on that beautiful property. It's going to be awesome. 12/3, Cars and Couture. That's going to be awesome. Lux Fashion Group, Donna Crowley, someone to put that on for Autism Speaks. So it's a great for a charity event. We're going to have an awesome fashion show. There'll be awesome, like really exotic cars there too as well. Craft cocktails, jazz band. It's going to be a very upscale event, and I cannot wait for that one. After that, 12/15 and 12/18, Olympia in Las Vegas. We're finalizing all those details now, but we are secured as far as our booth. Right when you walk in the door to the left-hand side, you're going to be able to see big 20 by 20 Titan booth. We're going to have awesome special giveaways for that one. We got some new special gear coming for guys and girls. Bringing out some of the Titan team with me. And might have a couple special guests that are joining us from Las Vegas. So I can't wait. It's going to be a good one for sure, 100%.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe we do like a push-up challenge at the booth or something like that. Give away something free. Push men and women push-up challenge or something like that. Something. We'll figure something out. But,
I'm down. Yeah. I'm down. Maybe even a dumbbell challenge. I'll bring like a 20-pound dumbbell and see how many times you can do a dumbbell.
Dumbbell or push-ups. I mean, a bench is too much. That's too much.
Yeah, it's too big.
Something like that.
Something easy. Something really,
like
really
maybe
easy.
Like a 20-pound dumbbell, see if they can curl it up and then press it over their head.
That'd be cool.
Like something like that, you know.
Or see how many they can do. Full form. You know what I'm saying?
But you know, the form police are going to come out for that, though.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, you did 50, but you were like this. You just, you know, you're moving. Or the push-up, they do the push-up shrugs where they're just bouncing.
The half
bouncing.
push-ups.
Yeah. We're gonna have a good judge. Yeah.
We're going to be judges. Like, hey, that's no good. That one don't count. That counts. Yeah. Keep these guys in check or girls in check to make sure their form is on point. Yeah. But yeah, man, that's it. It's going to be a great weekend. I got a packed weekend as far as baseball and all this good stuff going on. And tomorrow, Hurricane Pro. I can't wait. It's going to be a good one. I got baseball first, and I'm heading right over there for the rest of the day. Yeah, it's going to be good, man. It's going to be
the Coliseum. I love that. I love that venue too. It's an old venue, but I just love the way it's set up. It's like
classic.
The seating's perfect. You could see. You're not looking into someone's back. And again, too, the parking is real good there as well. So it isn't a situation when people hear downtown or they hear St. Pete or this and that, they may think that the parking's bad. The parking's real good. You could park and walk right in. I mean, it's real close. No, definitely good. It's definitely nice there all the way around. So come join us. That's a really classic venue. Great seating, like Dru said. It's like stadium seating, like a theater, like old school theater. Yeah. So it's really, really cool. But there's not too many old buildings in Florida.
I know.
So it's like everything down here is brand new and painted last year. So
I
like seeing that old gritty up northeastern Coliseum with the bricks, and I love it. Yeah, it's gonna be good. Got a lot of people coming in town too for this event. A lot of people.
I know.
People are coming just to watch, or people coming to do it. But a couple friends I know are competing, and so it's gonna be. I can't wait. It's gonna be a good one.
It's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good one. So guys, or girls, if you guys want to know more about Titan therapies or want to become a patient, just call or text us 727-389-3220. You can ask about Nectar of the Gods or any of the therapies that we offer out there, blood testing, everything too as well. Check out the website, titanmedicalcenter.com. You can read about all these therapies. Go over to YouTube if you want to watch about these therapies or learn about these therapies by video or see some of our cool events, maybe from last year at Hurricane Pro or these other things that we're doing. But tune in, subscribe, hit the all notification bell. You guys will be good to go.
Yeah, that's it. We'll see you guys next week. Make sure you tune in, just like John said, every week at 2 p.m. Make sure you guys hit that bell. We got a lot of times people say that, like, oh, I missed it. If you hit the bell, you won't miss us. Also, check out the podcast. And like John said, Facebook and Instagram as well. This is Big Dru, my brother from another brother, John. I'll let you get back to business, and we'll see you guys next week. Have a great week.